Clark TV talking to Chelmsford City manager Robbie Simpson following the 0-0 draw here with Billericay Town. Robbie, obviously there's a lot of chances there, but what did you make of that one?
I'm really pleased with our performance first and foremost. I thought first half we were really good and much the better team. I think Billericay changed their shape towards the end and maybe had a little spell last 5 minutes of that first half, and then the second half was fairly even. We maybe slightly edged it, and like you say, there was chances in the game. I think they've had two, to be fair to them, that Jacob's done his job and saved. One of theirs was on the counter-attack, and the others was just a slight misjudgment by Ade trying to lunge in and get the ball and then getting done in behind. So we'll learn from that, and said to him we could have easily lost that, and that would have been a travesty because we were the better side, and just need to fine-tune those details in moments where even though we feel like we're on top and going for the win, we need to make sure we're secure. And that was the basis from today, really. It was staying secure and being hard to beat, and then build our play that we know how we can play. And obviously we didn't have a big striker again, so we had to work and create chances wide and get crosses in and through balls and runs in behind. And I thought we did that really well. You know, the front two worked their socks off. The midfield four worked their socks off, and the back lads did ever so well, and the wing backs, the full backs that were getting forward. You know, we had a lot of joy down Cameron James's side, and Guy Norton done really well his side as well. I think it's just a good performance. I'm a little bit disappointed we haven't got the win. You know, that disallowed goal, I can't see who's offside. Obviously, I'm not quite level, but I know Dave's not offside because I watched his run. So I know he's not offside, and that's where the ball was spotted. So. As if it was him, and Ade said he wasn't offside because he made a run from deep. So I'm not sure who was offside, but that happens.
Yeah, and as you say, in that first half, we were much the better side, and there's that chance for Simeon probably about 40 minutes in where, you know, 9 times out of 10 he scores. At Maldon he scores as well, and if that goes, he scored a similar one at Maldon, sorry, and if that goes in, it's a different afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah, if you want anyone to get that chance, it's Simeon. And I was almost celebrating already, and it just went past the post. But even before that, Tom Batwell feels like he should have had a penalty. 2 hands on the shoulder and pulled back. His other one, and I've spoken to him about it, he should have gone with his head, because it's if he throws his head at it, he scores. He's tried to lift his leg up and then miss the ball. So that's another learning curve for him. But well done to him today, though. He was really good.
Yeah, and after that first half at half-time was the message just to really sort of carry on as we are and sort of press on for that goal.
Yeah, well, we knew, like say, last 5 Billericay, to be fair to them, changed their shape and came back into it a little bit, and we knew that they were going to have a bit of a stern talk at half-time probably, and how to cope with us. So we knew it wasn't going to be as dominant maybe as we were in the first half, but it was, yeah, carry on doing the same things, keep finding their change of shape meant we had an extra man in midfield to try and find that extra man and play that extra pass through midfield to then get us out. But without forgetting that we've got pace up front in Tom Blackwell, and he can hurt them, and Simeon's quality as well. So it was very much the same, but I actually said to them, give me the same and just a little bit more and we'll win the game. And I think they did that. Yeah, I think we could have won the game.
Yeah, then in the second half that disallowed goal does come, and it's a really well worked move, except for obviously the flag going up and chalking it off, but it was a really well worked move, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. You know, Dave's a threat in free kick situations, a real big threat, and I was really happy that Ade, because sometimes when the ball goes to Dave in that situation, we're reactive rather than proactive, but I saw 3 or 4 of them running towards the goal as Dave was heading it, and that's all part of it, and it's what we work on, and it's part of their learning, because too often, even in general play, we've got players running away from their goal rather than running to it. So that was really pleasing to see.
And just to touch on one of our new signings, Christian Frimpong, that's his second game now tonight for us, and in both games he's played really well, hasn't he? Sort of sitting in front of the back four and protecting the defence. What's your view of his first two games for the club been?
I think really good. I think if you know, I spoke to Christian a lot before we signed him about whether it was the right fit, and he spoke to me about his strengths, and I could see it fitting really well. It's, you know, he keeps us a bit more secure physically in that middle of the pitch, and you know, we've got a clean sheet today, so he said, I want to come here and help you keep clean sheets and be physical in that middle of the pitch for you. And with the ball, he'll keep things simple. Now we've got good footballers, so he'll just keep things simple and keep feeding those good players. And hopefully that bit of experience that he's got as well, he'll know when to just clear it and turn their defence. You know, so he's doing really, really well. He's a good voice in the changing room. Really good voice in the changing room, and you can see he's a winner. Like, I said to someone the other day, even in training when we do small-sided games, he doesn't stand out, but his team usually always wins. So there's something in that, I think.
Yeah, and then talk of the squad, obviously late in the week we lost Tom Dickens, who went back to Cambridge United. What are your thoughts there?
I was gutted. You know, Tom played really well the other day, and he's been great for us this season. It was a shock because Cambridge said to me they wouldn't recall him, because I mentioned to them about the Tom Knowles situation when they quickly recalled him and a day before a game. So they said they wouldn't do that to me this time, but they have. Good luck to him. I hope he gets his chance. I really do. He's done really well for us, and we had a few other scares yesterday. You know, well, Zaid had to drop out today because of his knee, and Simeon was really ill. Actually, we had to quickly get him a PCR test yesterday, and luckily that was negative this morning, so we could come.
Yeah, and then talking to the squad again, talking about incoming players. Obviously, that's 4 out now. I'm on in with Christian. It's sort of hard to get across how hard people are working behind the scenes to get players in, and it's just not going for us in one way or another. But can you give us any updates there?
We've had good conversations. It's we've been close with a lot. We've put some 7-day approaches in for players, you know, particularly to cover Tom leaving now, and etc. and other positions are forward. So we're working really hard. There's certain situations that just haven't come off when we thought they really were going to, and we'll just keep trying. We'll keep trying. But those boys there today deserve a lot of credit because they played very, very well. I think they understand that we need bodies in to help them. You know, Louis was really tired at the end there and pulled up with cramp. I hope it's just cramp anyway. And we need to bolster the squad. We know that, and we're working really hard to do it. But it's not easy when perhaps haven't got money to throw at players, and where we are in the league. You know, even players in leagues below are kind of not wanting to come sometimes, just being brutally honest. They'd rather have more money in a lower league, and even though they're mid-table in lower leagues. So it's been really tough. People are working really hard. But stick with us. The team will get there, and we'll get there. We will. Everybody's positive. Everybody remains positive. We'll be good.
Thanks, Robbie.
Thank you.